TB12, this is his 9th fourth-quarter comeback in the postseason 9 times, Kyle. There are some Hall of Fame names on this list, of course. Brady stands alone by a huge margin. Another incredible game in his storied career. Let's start out to you in this one, Triggs.
It was supposed to be a torch game, and when I say supposed to be, it was supposed to be Patrick Mahomes seizing the torch from Tom Brady and us moving into the next decade. But something was forgotten in all of that hype of Mahomes taking that torch, and it was that Brady's got a really, really good grip on that torch, and he wasn't ready to let go of it. I thought Brady in the fourth quarter and overtime was absolutely spectacular. You think about it this way. In overtime alone, he went 7 of 10, completed a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 9. And what is most impressive to me about the Brady experience is that Mahomes was amazing. Mahomes and the Chiefs scored 31 points on 32 plays in the second half, and it wasn't enough. How good do you have to be to withstand that? Brady was all that and more. All week, we talked about this torch and where it's going and how the NFL is now turning the page. Brady said, nah, not yet. And I think he was as excited as he's ever been to get to the Super Bowl. What a performance from TB12. He never ceases to amaze us, and yet last night, I was amazed.
Especially when he's hearing people talk about Mahomes, like justifiably, obviously, with how great he is, but he doesn't want to give the torch away. It's sort of where this game even went to overtime. If you really look at the numbers, the Patriots outgained the Chiefs 524 to 90 yards. They ran a ridiculous 94 plays to just 47 for the Chiefs. They outpossessed them. All of these things happen, so credit to the Chiefs for the job well done by them. But they're just relentless. It's the word. It's the title of Julian Edelman's book, right? They are absolutely relentless. They would not stop. Even with uncharacteristic running on first down and uncharacteristic interceptions by Tom Brady, they would not give up. And it sort of reminded me of what they did to the Falcons in that Super Bowl. Because by the time you got to overtime, that Chiefs defense, it was just, they were worn down by the Patriots, who've been there before, and running 94 plays will do that to you.
It's an incredible thing. There's 3 times in this whole Patriots era that they've gone to overtime in a postseason game. The 3 times. The Tuck Rule game, the Super Bowl, and this one. And all 3 times they won the toss and never gave the ball to the other team. It's just what they do. And I think this started all the way in the first half. We've been watching this now for 18 years. You're trying to find the things that stick out. That's as fine as a first half as they have ever coached, Belichick and his staff. That's like an estate piece. Like when we're done from now, we're going to look back on that time at Arrowhead. The only time I can really remember is there's a 2004 divisional round, and it was those Colts teams were fantastic. And Peyton and Marv and Reggie and Dallas and Stokely and Edge, they went into Foxborough and scored 3 points, and they got just destroyed. That first half, we've spent weeks, really months, building up Arrowhead and the atmosphere, and Mahomes, they got shut out. And they had nothing. If you didn't watch the game, I can't describe to you that first drive that they had offensively for the Patriots was the cannonball slow motion with the goggles guy in his belly, just a gut punch. And then Mahomes didn't have it. The Patriots team was all over them. So we think you sell Belichick's credits enough. We don't. And I would say the sneaky winner in all this and all of this, it's the Miami Dolphins. Because if Brian Flores becomes their guy, Peter, he's been on your radar for a long time. Whatever hand he had, I'm sure was a lot. And what they did defensively in that first half, that was a Rembrandt. That was incredible.
You knew the Chiefs were going to awaken at some point, but to get them down 14, that's what they needed. Like they need the Chiefs scored 31 points on 32 plays in 2 quarters of football, and it wasn't enough because of the hole that the Patriots put them in.
You're right.
Now, speaking of a hole, they found themselves in one, and oftentimes in these games where teams are so good, it's not about how you play when everything's going great. It's how you respond when the unexpected happens. And there was a swing that happened in this game. Most teams, it would have ripped their hearts out, game over. It's these plays right here. You get the muff punt by Julian, right? Well, we thought it was a muff punt, but then they reviewed and they realized he never really touched the ball. In the words of Johnny Cochran, if there's some concern, you must overturn. So they overturned it. And then a few plays later, they throw to Julian Edelman, and what do we say in basketball all the time?
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. So all the Chiefs fans are talking about, well, did he touch this one? Did he touch? And he did. And it was a pick by Sorensen. And I'm like, okay, that was one hell of a swing. And then, after this, the Chiefs, they go ahead and score a touchdown.
Beautiful wheel route.
Damian Williams.
Prettiest play of the game.
So it's a muff punt, interception, swing play, touchdown. If that's not blow after blow after blow to the Patriots, where most teams would have been like, damn, all right, we're on the road, we're in Kansas City, this crowd is going crazy, we can't hear ourselves think. This is out of our hands. They just calmed themselves down. They do it the Patriot way. They said, we'll be good. I was looking at Julian after he dropped that ball, and he just had a blank face. And then I was looking at Tom Brady inside the helmet. We went back in the huddle, blank face. Looking at Belichick, blank face. There was nothing about those 3 plays that would have collapsed most teams that shook up the Patriots, and they bounced back and put themselves in position to win the game. Unbelievable.
We talk about offense. We're going to have to give credit to the defense we just did. For the Patriots, what they did in the first half against the Chiefs. How about the Rams putting the pressure on Drew Brees? What they did. Where was Michael Thomas in this?
I don't know.
They did awesome. Wade Phillips deserves some credit here. A massive interception as well. This defense could be a problem for Tom Brady. We'll break it down initially. Just scratch the surface here on a Monday. Also, Bobby Gronkowski, one of the biggest catches of the night. Has he saved the best for last?
That's awesome.